Hey ladies and gentlemen, this is Carmine Sabia for Explain America, and we have video footage that I think Kamala Harris did not want you to see. Before we get started, please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Those little things really help us out and they help our channel continue to grow. And if you're not watching us on YouTube, guys, please visit that link, or well, address in the lower right hand corner. Just type it in your web address bar. It's youtube.com/@explainamerica. Go there, hit subscribe, absolutely free. It really assists us in bringing people conservative news every single day. Guys, Kamala Harris made a big to-do about her interview with CNN, and the whole network did. The first interview, it was like the Super Bowl. They even named the show The First Interview, which is rare. Like, usually it'd just be the name of the show and they have an interview on it. But this was such a massive deal because she had avoided the press. She had avoided doing an interview, and I think she might for the rest of the campaign. That not the first interview, maybe the only interview, because that's how much of a disaster it was. But I think it's not only Kamala Harris who doesn't want you to see this video. I'm sorry, Kamala, who doesn't want you to see this video. I think CNN and Dana Bash don't want you to see this video either, because it shows a striking level of hypocrisy. You're going to watch how she interviewed Kamala Harris with what I believe were softballs, and I think you can tell by watching the video, and then how she grills vice presidential candidate for the Republicans, J.D. Vance, and you can see a stark difference. I want you to watch this video, and then let me know what you think in the comments.
Madam Vice President, Governor Walz, thank you so much for sitting down with me and bringing the bus.
That Dana Bash is such a friendly journalist. Holy moly, look at that face. There's rage behind those eyes. Oh, I get it. She's interviewing that Republican, J.D. Vance. Here she is interviewing Kamala Harris. What a difference. Look at this. She can't even talk without a schoolgirl smile.
What would you do on day one in the White House? One of your campaign themes is we're not going back, staying on President Biden.
Is that normal? That cannot be normal. Let's see how she acts around JD. She looks like she's dying inside.
There's no evidence that Kamala Harris threw him overboard, but I want to move on.
JD is totally thinking, you bitch.
They can call me whatever they want to.
You're saying Tim Walz doesn't have affection for his wife? I don't even understand that. It's just untoward to be criticizing somebody who served for 24 years.
Is it also untoward to interrupt someone constantly?
And for us all to respect one another, that's all he's
on
proposed.
that issue.
I wonder what Kamala Harris thinks about the fact that she lied to the American people
you, not
about
Kamala
Joe
Harris.
Biden's mental.
Do you recognize them as parents and more broadly as being part of families?
Well, of course I do, Dana. I mean, you know my life story. I was actually raised. I was raised, but Dana, I was raised.
By name.
And I think that that's what we should be talking about.
One last question. Donald Trump didn't serve in the military. He received a medical draft deferment for bone spurs to avoid serving in the Vietnam War, reportedly as a favor to his father. Do you find that shameful too?
God damn, Dana Bash brings the sass. Let's see what kind of hard-hitting questions she gave to Kamala.
The photograph that has gone viral. You were speaking, one of your grandnieces that you were just talking about was watching you accept the nomination. You didn't explicitly talk about gender or race in your speech, but it obviously means a lot to a lot of people, and that viral picture really says it. What does it mean to you?
Tell me about how you feel, Kamala.
One of the first people that I gave a hug to after my RNC convention speech was my stepmom, who's been an incredibly important person in my life.
So she's not childless.
My kids call her Mamaw. Of course she's not childless, but again,
you called her that.
The criticism, I certainly did not call my own stepmother childless.
Kamala Harris.
I criticized Kamala Harris for being part of a set of ideas. I criticized people for being anti-child, and I do think that Kamala Harris has made some bizarre statements.
Listen, I don't want to seem ungrateful. I'm super thankful that we have an unbiased journalist who can sit down with Tim and Kamala and edit it down to all the best parts and then refuse to release the transcripts.